Hello, class. Bat teacher here. I snuck into the school. Well, that's not true. Mrs. Downing let me in, but I figured that was something that Batman might say. Anyway, welcome to lesson 9 for writing. We're going to look at some writing and look at an example of how you can revise your writing. To go through the rest of the lesson, I'm going to disguise my voice as a regular teacher so you can better understand the words coming out of my mouth. So, here we go. All right, for lesson 9, we are going to be going over an example of how to revise our writing. The top piece of our writing today about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the rough draft, is the draft that this person has wrote. And then the bottom section here is the revised piece. Okay. So in your case, you are going to read your own writing and make improvements as you see necessary. Then you are going to meet with a peer and have them make suggestions. Make sure that your peer does not say it's beautiful, 100% perfect, don't change a thing. Make sure that they give you some suggestions on how you might be able to improve your writing. You do not necessarily need to use their suggestions in your writing, especially if you disagree with them. But if they come up with some good suggestions, I suggest that you listen to them and change your writing to improve it. And then meet with a teacher, such as myself or Mrs. V, and you will get suggestions from us on how to improve your writing as well. So, as you can see, revising is a very important step in the writer's process, and I want to make sure that you do not skip any part of revising. And you can see today how revising can really improve your writing. So let me read the top part. You can see that there are underlined sections, and I'll let you know what those underlined sections are in just a moment. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are from New York City. They are human sized turtles. They also act like humans. They started off as a comic book, but they got bigger and were in other things. They were made in New Hampshire by two comic book artists. They were trained by a rat. He taught them how to fight. They fought against bad guys. Now, the reason I underline things here is because I felt that these sections of the story could use improving. Okay, so let's look at some examples from New York City. Now, I said they're from New York City, but that's about it. Okay, so as you can see down below, the first highlighted section that says "Our four turtles from the sewers of New York City," that gives more specifics in terms of their origin, where these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are from. Now, the next sentence says they are human sized turtles. That's it. They are human sized turtles. Now, why in the world are these turtles human sized, right? So, if you look at the next sentence down below, the next green highlighted section, they came into contact with radioactive waste. This is giving the reader more information as to why they are mutant turtles that are human sized. Now, if you go back up above, we have they also act like humans. Okay, they act like humans. How, right? I didn't give a lot of specifics here, but I changed the wording. If you see down below the third highlighted part, I said they also have human characteristics instead of just saying that they act like humans. Plus, that's using some larger, more unique vocabulary, which is what we're going for. The next sentence up top, they start off as a comic book, but they got bigger and were in other things. Okay, so they got bigger and were in other things. What does the author mean by that? What other things? What do they mean they got bigger? So if you look down below at the next highlighted section, also appeared in television shows, movies, and video games, you can see that I added more specifics in terms of the other things that happened to these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, correct? Um, yes, as I read this, you may notice that there are definitely either some spelling errors or maybe some missing punctuation that is purposeful, and we will go over that when we get to the editing part of our writer's process. All right, on top, if you look at the next highlight, no, not highlighted, the next underlined section by two comic book artists. Okay, who are these comic book artists? Down below, you can see that I put by comic book artists Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. And by the way, you might notice that I also put Dover, New Hampshire. So I added the specific place from New Hampshire where they are located or were located, and then also their specific names of the comic book artists. Up top, the next underlined part, they were trained by a rat. Trained by a rat. Okay, give me more information, please. Down below, you can see it is a sewer rat named Splinter. That's not a lot more information, but we know that the rat came from the sewer, and we also know that his name is Splinter. Next underlined part up top, he taught them how to fight. In what way? Boxing, wrestling? Let me know. I want more information as the reader. As you can see down below, the highlighted part, ninjutsu. I'm not gonna. I'm Batman. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. But ninjutsu, I gave the specific art of fighting that they are skilled at in my information. So that gives the reader more information other than just that they can fight. Last but not least, they fought against bad guys. The underlined part, fought against bad guys. Okay. Why? How? Um, I made it a little more interesting using my vocabulary. As you can see, the last section that is highlighted down below, they use their skills to fight crime. All right. So they're using their skills to fight crime, not necessarily just specifically, hey, let's go fight some bad guys, but they want to prevent crime, right? Using the skills of ninjutsu. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to stop trying now. All right, class. I hope you liked our lesson on revising. I particularly enjoy the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I normally work solo, except for that guy Robin sometimes. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I could totally see maybe hanging out with them sometime and trying to stop crime. Maybe I can invite them to Gotham sometime. What do you think? Anyway, make a great writing piece, everyone. Have a good day.